Hello, everybody. Today we're talking about how to recognize your negative narrative. And if you don't know this, we have a conscious mind where we have our almost 90% of everything we're thinking. We can hear our talk, we're thinking about our day, getting our keys, if you will. And then there's other things that are subconscious. The things that we don't recognize hold us back. The thinking behind our thoughts, the thinking behind some of our beliefs that actually hold us back. For example, when we're talking about negative narratives, let's say, for example, you're in a meeting today. How many of you actually speak during the meeting? And when you speak, what do you have to convince yourself to do it? And in that, what kind of speaking is happening? Uh-oh, I don't know if I can say it. What if I say something wrong? What if I say the wrong thing? I might not get it right. Those are some examples that come behind the thought. Sometimes we don't realize how many thoughts we have. In fact, over one day, we have thousands of thoughts, lots of thousands of thoughts, even in 1 hour. Our brain is thinking and compartmentalizing, and sometimes well, and sometimes not. Our stress, trauma, previous experiences, current thoughts, family line beliefs all impact our thinking. And one of my favorite words is thinking about one's thinking. That's metacognition, one of my favorite brain skills. And when you think about your thinking, it helps to then recognize, oh my goodness, a lot of times we think that our actual narrative is all positive. So one little tip I want to give you is take some time, even if it's 2 or 3 minutes. Now, if you're thinking you have to get it right, you're not going to do this, right? So when you do this with the thought of, I just want to clear my mind, and I want you to take 2 minutes and write down what you're thinking about. And that can be scary to some people. I've worked with clients, and they sometimes, if they're so worried about getting it right or getting a mistake, they'll be thinking about that, which is a negative narrative in itself. Or I've had people write lists. I've had people write out conversations, and that just tells me that it's scary to write what you're actually thinking about. Or sometimes we're not connected to what we're thinking about, and it's too scary to go there. But I want to encourage you today, the only way to take back the positive narrative and to start that is to actually think about what you're thinking about. So there's so many techniques to unlocking your negative narrative. I work with clients and everybody's different, and I treat each person individually to help them overcome the negative narratives they're thinking. And one simple start is take a piece of paper, take a pen, and write down your thoughts for 2 or 3 minutes. Set a timer and recognize afterwards which ones are negative and positive, and see what that looks like. But not just once, check in maybe the whole week and see how often am I thinking more positive than negative. And not to beat yourself up, but to be aware. The meta awareness, right? Thinking about your awareness of how you're thinking is a critical skill. And it's a first start if you haven't began. So I would love to hear if you do this, if this is helpful. There's many things to do after this. Again, I do coaching to help you do that. So if you start to write down things you're like, I don't know how to even think about my thoughts, or I'm too scared to do that, and you need support, that's what I do. I help you break through mindsets, identify your negative narratives, release them, rewire your brain, and then unlock your potential in your speaking, in your confidence, in moving forward, having more peace, healthy relationships. And I've done this myself. I've had to overcome quite a bit. So I'm still learning, but I've learned so much, and I'd love to empower you to learn for yourself what is going to help you and coach you into your best version of yourself. And so you certainly can get a hold of me, info@amandahelman.com. But I wanted to give you these tips. And so stay tuned, because I'll be giving you different tips under, could be 10 minutes or less, of how to do certain practical things to help you get in the posture to help you break through. Have a great day.